Hello students, today we will study about DNA replication. Replication of DNA. As you know, DNA is a genetic material, and when the cell divides, the daughter cells receive an identical copy of the genetic material from their parent cell. So how will you define replication? Replication is defined as a process in which the DNA copies itself to produce the identical daughter molecules of the DNA with the higher fidelity. Replication in prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, it is semi-conservative. The parent DNA has two strands complementary to each other. Both the strands undergo simultaneous replication to produce two daughter molecules. Each one of the newly synthesized DNA has one half of the parental DNA. During replication, one out of the two newly synthesized strands, one is the parent strand and another one is the new strand. So this is known as a semi-conservative replication. Here the half of the original DNA is conserved in the daughter DNA. Now the experimental is performed by Millison and Stehel. Here is a diagram to show the semi-conservative mode of DNA in which one old strand of DNA is shown and one new strand of DNA shown. The new strand is a daughter molecule. Now we have the various steps of the DNA replication. The very first is the initiation of replication. Now how does the replication initiates? It initiates at a particular point that is termed as origin of replication. In prokaryotes, it starts only one site at one site, and in eukaryotes there are multiple sites of origin of replication. These sites consist of a short sequence of 80 base pairs. Here it is shown in prokaryotes the replication takes place through the single point of origin of replication, while in eukaryotes there are many sites of origin of replication. A specific protein called DNA binds with the site of origin of replication. This causes the double-stranded DNA to separate. Replication bubbles. Two complementary strands of DNA separates at site of replication to form a bubble. Multiple replication bubbles are formed in eukaryotic DNA, which are essential for the DNA replication process. Here you are able to see the dotted line that bulb structure, that is the bubbles form the DNA double strand. RNA primer. For the synthesis of the new DNA, a short polynucleotide sequence or a short fragment of a RNA nucleotides variable with the species required as a primer, RNA primer, that is termed as a RNA primer. And the enzyme primase. The enzyme primase at the specific RNA polymerase is in association with the single-stranded binding proteins, that is termed as SSB proteins. They form a complex known as primosome that produces RNA primers. So here we have the RNA primers that initiate the process of replication. A constant synthesis and the supply of the RNA primer should occur on the lagging strand of the DNA, and one is a leading strand that leads faster than the lagging strand. DNA synthesis is semi-continuous and bidirectional. The replication of DNA occurs in 5' to 3' direction. It occurs in 5' to 3' direction. Okay. Leading strand is a continuous or the forward strand, and the DNA synthesis is continuous, while the lagging strand is discontinuous and the retrograde strand. The DNA synthesis is discontinuous. So the short pieces of DNA, that is, a nucleotides 15 to 250, are produced on the lagging strand. Replication occurs in both the direction from replication bubble. Next is replication fork and the DNA synthesis. The separation of the two strands of the DNA results in the formation of the replication fork. That means we have, this is a parent strand and these two are the replication. This is a replication fork. This is termed as a replication fork. The active synthesis of DNA occurs in this region. The replication fork move along the parent DNA as the daughter DNA molecules are synthesized. We have the proteins named as DNA helicases that binds to both the strand of DNA that binds at this location, and helicases move along with the DNA helix to separate the strands. Their function is comparable with the zip opener. Like zip opener opens the zip and makes the two separate, makes partition. So here helicases perform the same function. They are dependent on ATP, single stranded binding proteins, that is SSB. They are also called as helix destabilizing proteins. SSB proteins bind only to the single stranded DNA. They bind cooperatively. Binding of one molecule of SSB makes it easy for the additional molecule to bind tightly to the DNA strand. Now, what is the direction? Here, the direction of the DNA polymerase responsible for copying the DNA template is 3' to 5', and the newly synthesized strand is 5' to 3', that is in anti-parallel direction. The two newly synthesized nucleotide chain molecule must grow in opposite directions, that is 5' to 3' towards the replication fork, and the newly synthesized strand is in 5' to 3'. Suppose we have this molecule of DNA and the direction of this molecule is 5' to 3'. So here we have the synthesis of the strand is, that is 5' to 3' direction, and this strand is 3' to 5' direction. So the synthesis of molecule will be 5' to 3' direction. Here we have a diagram showing the lagging strands, leading strand, Okazaki fragments. Now, what are leading and lagging strands? The leading strand is the strand that is being copied in the direction of advancing replication fork. That is called as a leading strand. Okay. So here it is seen that this one is a leading strand, and that is in the direction of the replication fork, and the lagging strand which lags, which bears Okazaki fragments, that is lagging strand, lags behind. The short stretches of discontinuous DNA fragments are known as Okazaki fragments, and these Okazaki fragments, they are joined by the single continuous strand. So this is known as a lagging strand. This is also called as a lagging strand. Here we have the Okazaki fragments. These are the Okazaki fragments. These are shown here. These are the Okazaki fragments, and these Okazaki fragments are joined by the enzyme ligase, DNA ligase. Here we have DNA polymerase 3. The synthesis of new DNA strand catalyzed by the DNA polymerase 3 occurs in 5' to 3' direction, that is anti-parallel direction to the parent template DNA strand. So the enzyme DNA polymerase catalyzes the synthesis of the new strand of the DNA. The raw material is a DNTPs, that is deoxyribonucleotide triphosphates, and the synthesis of the two new strands simultaneously takes place in the opposite direction. The other in direction 5' to 3' away from the replication fork is discontinuous. Chain elongation. Prokaryotic and eukaryotic DNA polymerase elongate a new strand of the DNA by adding the deoxyribonucleotides one at a time to the 3' end of the growing chain. So here the DNA polymerase elongates the DNA strand by adding the deoxyribonucleotides. The sequence of nucleotides that are added is dictated by the base sequence of the template with which the incoming nucleotides are paired. The pairing will be adenine pairs with the thymine and guanine pairs with the cytosines by the 3 hydrogen bond. Adenine pairs with the thymine by the 2 hydrogen bonds. What are Okazaki bases? These are the small fragments discontinuously synthesized are the Okazaki bases. They are joined together later on by the enzyme DNA polymerase 1 and the ligase. Proofreading can be done by the DNA polymerase 3. The fidelity of the replication is the most important. That means the proofreading of this newly synthesized DNA, double-stranded DNA molecule. It checks this DNA polymerase 3 checks the incoming nucleotides and allows the correctly matched sequences bases to the added growing polynucleotide chain. The DNA polymerase edits its mistakes and removes the wrongly placed nucleotides. The replacement of RNA primer by the DNA. In the end, the RNA primer is replaced by the DNA. New DNA continues till it in the close proximity with the RNA. The DNA polymerase 1 removes the RNA primer and takes its position. Here is the removal of the RNA primer is shown to you. Here we have this is the lagging strand of the DNA, and here we have the RNA primer. These are ligated by the DNA polymerase 3, and these are the RNA primers which are replaced by the DNA made by the DNA polymerase 3. Okay, so the enzyme DNA ligase catalyze the formation of the phosphodiester bond between the DNA synthesized by the DNA polymerase 3, and the process sealing requires energy, and this energy is given by the energy currency molecule, that is ATP. The DNA too participates in this DNA repair process.